everybody, it is knee love today. So we're going to use a block, miracle balls, optional, and a roller. So if you don't have a block, okay, so we're going to start with a block between the knees. If you don't have a block, put your roller, okay, or a miracle ball. So we got lots of options here, all right? Okay, so what we're going to do is just warm up that knee area, and we're going to squeeze and release the knees together, okay? Squeeze and release. So let those hips fall to the ground. Take some nice deep breaths into your belly. Nice. And what am I saying? What am I saying here? Squeeze those inner thighs together. So just getting some blood flow to that knee area. Big breaths in and out of the nose, into the belly. Good. A few more here. Squeeze and release. Good, and then just hold it squeezed. Hold it squeezed, send some breath down to those knees. I like to think of different things. So a windy day, blowing any stiffness away. I like to think of worker people with brooms, brushing away debris, creating space in there. I know, maybe I'm crazy, but I like to think about that as I breathe in and just blow everything around, and then exhale and blow it out. Okay, and release. Perfect. All right, now we're just going to take the roller and put it at the back of the knees like so. Okay, back of the knees like so. I'm black on black here. Hopefully you can see me. All right. So, just laying like so, and we're just relaxing here. So we've got lots of activity at the back of the knees. Okay, we've got the quads, or the hamstrings and the calf muscles, the little popliteal, all sorts of activity at the back of the knee here. So what we want to do is have the kneecaps, hips, knees, toes, kneecaps up to the ceiling, 10 toes up to the ceiling, and we're just going to flex and bring the heels back down to the floor. So lift the heels up. Now, when you do this, do not crank your knees, okay? I want you to focus on your quads, these front leg muscles, lifting your feet up. And then at the top, we don't have to crank the knees, like keep them soft a little bit. So when we're standing, we want to make sure, you know, I say this a lot, but 60% of the weight in the heels and soft knees. So we don't want to pull that kneecap up into tense position all the time. So we're just going to practice here of having soft knees at the top. Massaging the back here. Now hold the legs up, and I want you to flex and point your toes, your feet. Flex and point. While breathing, and just notice if one leg feels heavier into the roller than the other. Notice if one leg feels higher or lower. Just getting a sense of how that's feeling. Nice, and then coming all the way down. And again, just notice here, does one hip feel closer to the ground than the other? Does one knee feel heavier into the roller? So my right side definitely feels lower than my left. So let's pick up the left foot and just circle the back, circle the ankle, and you'll feel that massaging into the back of the knee. So we're just doing some indirect work right now. and then change directions. And then relax that leg down, breathing. Well, that's coming down a little bit. And then lift the right one up and circle. So nice slow circles. Again, bringing some beautiful breath, love, and attention to those knees. Now change directions. And then slowly come down. Ooh. And hopefully you're feeling that relax and sink. Now, just let your knees drop open. So now we've externally rotated the legs. The toes are pointing out on an angle. And you're going to lift again and lower. So again, lift from your quads, lift and lower. Lift, so we're just massaging the outside edges of the back of the knees here. And then hold it extended. Now, again, don't crunch your knees, soft knees. Then all I want you to do is called a toggle. I'm barely moving my legs. Okay, you're just going in and out, massaging that area on the lateral edge, outside edge of the knee, back of the knee. And now just hold it there. Now, you can either just hold here or you can lift your bum up just to get a little extra pressure and really press those knees into the roller, the back of the knee, the lateral edges, and then you can do a little toggle again. So you're just doing little micro movements, trying to get some oxygen, some fresh blood flow into this area here, and then let's completely relax all the way down. Bring your knees back into alignment, so hips, knees, toes, kneecaps, that's their patellas, you're called your patellas, up to the ceiling, 5 toes. And just notice if you're feeling a little more relaxed into this area. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're still going to use the roller, all right? And we're going to lay on the right side of the body. So we're going to lay on the right side. We're going to take the left leg and we're going to put it just above the knee. Just like kneecap is right here, the roller is just above the knee. Okay, so just make yourself comfortable, and you can put your hands wherever you want, doesn't matter. And what we want to focus on though is that this left leg is internally rotated. So we're getting the inside edge of this knee. Okay? And then you can do little rolls forward and back. Ooh, that feels good. So using your breath. Oh. So if you're like Tanya, I don't feel anything, then think about applying more pressure into this leg, like just pushing it into the roller, or search a little higher up on the leg. So we're dealing now with the medial side of the knee, okay? So be a pain seeker. Find the pain and massage it out. Now we're going to bend and straighten this left leg. So we're still on the left leg, okay? And we're just, again, don't straighten the knee all the way, but just we're getting a nice massage. Now breathe into the knee. And when you exhale, think of tension and pain and yuckiness leaving that area. I hope you can feel that, everybody. I can. And now we're going to keep it slightly bent, and you're going to lift from your hip up and down. So again, we're staying on that medial side of the leg, the inside edge. We're bringing lots of blood flow to this area. And we're giving it lots of love and attention today. We are using this hip muscle to rotate and massage into that knee. Nice. And then lengthen that leg and just relax. Woo. Now you can do a little toggle. Again, you're not lifting the knee, you're just taking this fascia and moving it, shearing it side to side. And for those of you that do have blocks, I have some of my clients that have blocks, you could do this with a block instead of a roller. Not a foam block though, it has to be a wood block. Nice. Oh, and then just completely relax. Nice. Okay, now we're going to stay on this left leg and we're going to go to the lateral edge. All right, so what we're going to do, this is not a fun one. And I'm going to give you a couple options here. Okay, so if it's like really painful, you can just take a little ball, okay, and all you can do, like all you have to do is just lay with this ball. It'll seem like nothing at all. And you can just lay like this, okay? So this would be the easiest way to do this exercise. The next level up is we're taking this roller and we are coming onto the lateral edge of this knee, okay? So this is definitely ups the intensity here because you got to come into a side plank. You got to watch your shoulder. And again, see, my movement is very small, everybody. We're just focusing on the lateral outside edge of the knee. Woo! Okay, so I'm probably moving about 4 inches. So maybe less, I don't know. And we are just, again, staying in this knee area. Now, if you want to take this leg back, you could take it back or forward, okay? You could rest it on the roller like so. So play around with what feels, this is definitely the hardest because I've got extra weight on my leg. But I could bring this right leg forward and just massage into that left leg. If your arm is getting tired, you could take a block, okay, and put it underneath your ribs. Woo! To help support you, all right? Or a pillow or something like that. So find what works for you. Now, play around with this knee. So we can go, if you lean a little more forward, you're going to get a different pain than if you come to the back. So it depends where you need it. I need it more at the front. Oh, so we're breathing here. Okay, now if you can, you want to bend. So I'm going to move my right leg out of the way so you can see here. Bend and straighten. Ooh, that left leg. Oh. Okay, if you're on, oh, that block feels nice under there. That block takes a lot of pressure off. So you can decide if you want this to be a workout and a relaxation or more for relaxation. If you want more relaxation, put that block underneath your ribs here so you can just collapse into it. If you're on the miracle ball, play around with bending and straightening that leg and see what that feels like. Okay, we're going to just spend a little bit here. You can do toggling. The idea is find the pain, everybody. Find the pain. You can point and flex the foot. That's it. Oh, and then remember, stop all movement and let it sink and relax. And notice if you notice any referral, maybe underneath the patella, back of the knee, down to the foot, up to the hip. These are clues. And if you tell me these clues, I can help you because they're actually, you know, if you're feeling pain in the bottom of the foot, we need to address that to help the knee. Or if it's in the hip, or vice versa, wherever. Okay, so we're taking a nice deep breath there. Big exhale. And we're gonna come down to the floor. Woo, that's a lot of work, everybody. Nice. And then just, I don't know, rub your knees, say, hey, I love you. Woo. Okay. And just notice if you notice any difference from one leg to the other. My left leg definitely feels a little longer, a little lower to the ground. Okay, so now let's move into the right side. So we're going to put the right inside edge, medial edge of the knee, just above the roller. So let me see, if you were to do this with a miracle ball, again, you know, I mean, it's still good. You can just hold it here. You have to decide what your pain tolerance is, what you like working with. Okay, so inside edge here. Make sure you're internally rotated and just play. And we are anything but symmetrical, so you might notice this knee feels better, worse, or it could feel the same. We'll explore and see. Okay, so just rolling, breathing. Nice, on the inside edge of the knee here. So again, lots of activity here. We have your quad, lots of muscle tendons coming into that knee. The knee's a very complex joint. It gets affected by how we stand, what's happening at our feet and our hips. Good, rolling in and out here. Again, think of beautiful oxygen coming into that area, hydrating these tissues, and then let's do a little bending and straightening here. Bend and straighten. Nice and slowly. The slower you go, for all my type A people, including myself, the better. If you go quickly, you do not allow sinking and melting to happen. You stay on the surface. So we must slow down. Use the breath. And then bend the knee, and we're going to lift the foot and lower from your hip. So this is a great hip exercise as well here. Do not lift your foot, everybody. Your foot is going to lift. You're keeping your knee on the roller, massaging into there. Nice. Good. Oh yeah. Oh, and then if you find a spot, you can stay on it. You can do a little toggle. All right, straighten the leg. Breathing. This is great to do while you're watching Netflix or go outside with your roller and just look at the trees. You know, there's always a time that you can take your roller or your blocks or your balls with you and do some nice relaxation work. Good, and then let's just roll again, in and out here. Oh. Use the breath, everybody. Breathe into the belly, and then really exhale, letting go of all the tension in here, the inflammation, bringing some beautiful blood flow, and then just completely relax. Nice. Okay, now let's do the lateral edge of the knee, outside edge of the knee. Use your block if you want to support yourself. And, ooh, you can use your miracle ball if you want. So I already showed you on the other side. So we're just focusing down by the knee. We're not getting into the hip or anything today. Just, ooh, around that knee. So again, you can have your legs stacked. You can have one in front, one behind. You can use the miracle ball, which is much easier. And just release, relax onto there. And remember, play around. Do you need to shift your hips a little forward or go to the back of the knee? Breathe into there, everybody. Get the blood flowing. The blood flowing. All right, and let's see if we can point and flex the foot here. If you are up on your elbows, everybody, please draw those elbow or shoulder blades down on the back and the shoulder away from the ear. Do not collapse, because then we're creating another problem here. Okay, now let's see if we can bend that knee slowly and straighten. Use your breath, everybody. Bend. As long as you're breathing, it doesn't matter what you're doing here. So you can exhale or inhale as you bend, whatever feels better. Woo! You can keep it bent and do a little movement up and down, forward and back. The idea is I want you to learn how to play. Okay, as long as you're finding some pain, breathing, working into it, I don't want you to be afraid that you're doing anything wrong. I want you to know that you can explore. Ooh. Good, and then just hold it steady and just let it sink for a moment here. Women tend to have more issues with our knees because we have a wider Q angle, which means our hips are wider than men. So we tend to have more issues with our knees, but that's okay. We can deal with it. Good. And let's just take a nice big inhale, exhale here. Beautiful. Okay, now let's come all the way off. Now, if you have your roller and you want to use your roller, use your roller. I'm going to show you with the miracle balls what we're going to do here. Okay? If it's the roller, you just put it right at the back of the knees like we did before. And if it's your balls, this is just a different feeling. Just put them underneath the back of the knees. Good, and just relax. So if you don't have the balls, don't worry about it. Just use your roller. I just like to give lots of options here. And heels to the floor, relax the legs. Now all I want you to do is turn from your femurs. So you're going to turn your legs so your toes go out. And then you're going to engage your femurs, the top of the bones here, top of the leg bones, and turn the toes together. So we're just going to roll out, breath in and out. Remember, squeezing out the black smoke, the toxins, breaking up any inflammation. What happens a lot of times if you do injure anywhere in your body, you have proteins that go to heal it, and then they stick around afterwards, and that causes scarring tissue. And so what we want to do is break it up so that we can get new oxygen into this area, new blood flow. And then just let your legs relax wherever they feel comfortable. So if that's your legs totally externally rotated or knees up to the ceiling, whatever it is for you. And let's just take a nice deep breath in to the belly. and out. Good. Now just take the roller or the balls away. Nice. And just lay with your legs lengthened all the way here. And again, I know this sounds crazy, but think of air and wind around those knees. Okay? And if you can picture it in a figure 8 position. And take that breath and just take it around the knees, releasing, relaxing, letting go. Okay. Now, what time does that say? All right. What we're going to do is come back up onto the roller. So now we want to work the front of the knee. Alrighty, we've done the back and the sides. Let me just see here. If you have roller, I know some of you find this really hard with the roller. So you can take the ball, let me just experiment here. And it's going to be a little wobbly, and you might not be able to do both. Oh, but you might be able to. There you go. So you could do this. Okay? It's a little wobbly, but it's definitely a lot more relaxing than what I'm going to be showing you here. So you can put the balls at the front of the quads just below or just above the kneecaps, and you can do that. Or you take your roller and we go just above the kneecaps, okay? And we're again in this plank position. And if you wanted to like take it to relaxation, you can put a block here. I like this. This is like super ultra relaxation here. You can take that block and put it there, and then you don't have to really hold yourself up at all. This is like a total lazy plank. Okay, so in this position here, we're just above the knees. And you can do, see how I'm opening and closing my legs here, but I'm not lifting. I'm just creating some blood flow, some movement. Oh. And then you can do little movements up and down, everybody. So you're just coming to the top of the kneecap and about 6 inches up. We're really just trying to focus in on those knees today. Make sure all 5 toes are to the floor. That would be 10 toes actually. All 10 toes to the floor. And then I want you to bend your legs and straighten. Now, everybody notice your lower back. Don't have it sagging, okay? You want to lift it up. So you're going to have to use some core, or you can put your lovely block here and lift up. So we don't want to sag through the back. So we are lifting, lengthening the legs, straightening. Ooh. And just noticing that work in here. And you can keep them bent if you want and do some movement up and down. Please make sure you're breathing, focus, breathing into the belly. Oh, that feels good. And then you can lengthen again. And notice the difference between being lengthened and straight. Oh. And then let's just hold. Hold, hold, hold. Draw those shoulder blades down if you're in a plank position. Lift your belly up just a little bit so you're not sagging through the back. Take a nice breath in. And out. Good. And then let's come all the way up. How's that feeling, everybody? And just lengthen through the legs. Oh. You know, I have to tell you, I might be a little freaky deaky, but I do really enjoy taking one area in the body, and I will do this, and work it like we just did. And we really get some concentrated work into here. You can give use your fingers here to massage around the patella. Again, sending lots of love. Use the fingers at the back to get into those, you know, tendons, all that stuff that's going on back here. And don't be afraid to like play with those knees. Anyway, I hope everybody that gave you some great idea for knee love. We worked every angle. Oh, got brand new knees, everybody. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.